think it's just going to be a continuous downward spiral.
Everything being a bit more than it is now. Not drastic changes, but just a bit sad.
A great mass migration of people that is going to have to happen when, the global south becomes more uninhabitable.
I picture where I'm from, Bangkok, possibly underwater. I can't really be certain. That's the last thing I want to say, is that we don't really know what the future has in store.
Destruction and sadness and a unhopeful future, if I'm totally honest.
There is so much interest at the moment in societies different to ours, and perhaps in a situation like this people will be like, well, tell me what you know, where do you come from, what is your life like? People will start to look at these like non-modern, non-Western societies and think, well, they've lived in tandem symbiotically with nature for a long, long time, so we need to now go and learn from them.
Anxiety, and also guilt for not doing as much as I could, I think.
I'm kind of used to it. It's kind of how I feel about most issues that we have. I also have to earn money and pay rent.
Yeah, it's quite bleak. I mean, it doesn't look like we're going in a direction where we have leaders, who are thinking about these things seriously,
I feel scared quite a lot. I mean, possibly because there's so much I don't know.
I feel as though I've become so desensitized to the horror scenes that will happen.
When I allow myself to think about it, I actually begin to feel like a tight sickness in my stomach. Shrieking and polluted are the forms best left alone. Slavery to weather and the ticking of the clocks. Subjugated matter residing peacefully in rocks. Time and place and movement. The soul's ballad does recede. Peace and truth and balance waste away in social need.
It's really depressing, and that's why I protest. That's why I try and get involved. But I've kind of given up being angry. It's a slow, gradual thing. It's not really something that I'm having to cope with now. It's more of a thing that I'm hoping to be able to cope with gradually over time.
Well, I mean, kind of escapism mostly. It's still possible to detach yourself properly from the environmental crisis. It still feels like a bit far from the reality that I'm living at the moment. It can feel quite hopeless when you want to feel like you're doing something, but here we just don't feel like we have the sort of collective numbers that actually put any significant pressure on our governments.
I think I just try and get on with life as if it's not happening, which is a bad way of looking at it.
Donate to things. I don't do a lot, but I wish I could do more.
It's necessary. It's the only way people are going to change. As soon as you start feeling guilty, people are going to actually stop or lessen doing things. If you feel absolutely no guilt, if you don't even care, no one's going to care, no one's going to stop doing what they're doing. So I make art about it, I talk about it, I have my opinions and I spread them. I feel that that's definitely something that helps me cope, is if I tell everyone that the way I feel and how important it is to me. Blocking it out a bit also, definitely.
Just avoid thinking about it, basically. I think that's the way that everyone does it. I think about what I'm going to do with my life, how I'm going to live it, who I'm going to meet, and I just disregard the planet and just assume, or like basically suspend my disbelief and assume that it will pretty much be okay for me to do all the things I want to do because the planet's going to be alright. But that's like a suspense of disbelief, right?